weapons, threatening a smaller group of Hell's Angels. The Hell's Angels call for help, wanting to bolster their numbers in case an incident takes place. Hell's Angels Sean Regas is among those waiting for reinforcements.
A group of our guys come in, about 20 to 30. They come straight to us, and off to my left, something broke out between a member of my club and one of their guys.
Sergeant Gary Hood arrives at the casino.
The time we got in there, we could hear gunshots being fired. There was blood on the slot machines, and there was people laying on the floor, thrown out, that had been stabbed or shot.
It was chaotic. My primary focus was to try to figure out who's shooting in my direction. Never figured that out.
The dealers are trying to cover up their money to keep it from getting stolen, plus hiding from all the gunshots that are going off. And all of a sudden, everything just kind of stopped. And I could hear the other officers starting to round the backup officers. And at that time, we discovered we had at least 2 people that had been shot.
One of the members that was giving CPR told me then that that one member was dead.
10 minutes after the start of the fight, the police locked down the entire casino. In all, 3 men are dead. 2 Hell's Angels and 1 Mongol. Eyewitnesses are shocked.
Weapons came out, knives, guns, everything, and it all broke loose right there in the casino.
It was just chaotic. People were just pop, 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 and shooting.
Maybe it was only 15 gunshots, but they lasted for a long time.
The Hell's Angels were outnumbered and lost more men in the casino. But their notorious reputation leads federal authorities to focus on them. The most damning image, repeated again and again, shows a Hell's Angel shooting at the Mongols.
The government definitely painted a picture to put us in the worst light they could.
What's up, guys? This is Black Bigot. I'm coming to you live, but I'm not live. I'm in Laughlin, Nevada. I'm here to show you the location of the shootout between the Hells Angels and the Mongols Motorcycle Club. Talk a little bit about the history. Just stopping on my way to Las Vegas, so I thought I'd stop, show you guys kind of where it went down, what happened. They don't really allow filming in casino floors. It's kind of subjective from casino to casino, but I'm gonna try to just look for where the shooting took place. And so let's go down here and let's go check out the scene. I want to apologize about the wind. Sorry guys, I'm not one of those assholes from Gangland that has professional equipment. I use a cell phone and that's it. I use a cell phone and I drive a minivan. Anyways, so at the time that this happened, it was April 27th, 2002. I was living in Las Vegas. It was very, very big news. It was all over the news at the time. Now, there's different sources online that I could speak from on what I've read and what I know about the shooting. I don't really believe anybody. I don't really believe Google, and I don't really believe Wikipedia. Supposedly there's a story that the fight started from some Mongols harassing some vendors that were selling Hells Angels gear at the motorcycle rally, which occurs every year here down in April. I don't really believe that. I don't know if vendors are really allowed to sell Hells Angels memorabilia unless they're Hells Angels themselves. So the story says that some Mongols were harassing them, and I guess the Mongols were staying here at Harrah's, and the Hells Angels, they didn't take too kindly to that. So they came down here to confront them. Now, this whole war basically started a long time ago. Hells Angels started, you know, some say in the 40s, some say in the 50s. So the Hells Angels, they're the oldest motorcycle club as far as I know. One of the oldest ones, definitely the biggest. Has well over 3,000 members. Several different chapters all over the world. So basically, the Hells Angels, they wear the California rocker. They claim California as their own turf. Mongols came around in the 60s, mostly Latino motorcycle club. And at first, when they first came out, they would rock the Southern California bottom rocker. And that only happened for a little while. And after a while, these guys were like, you know what, fuck this. We're going to rock the California rocker. Fuck what those guys said. So the Hells Angels, they kindly asked them to not do that. And the Mongols respectfully declined their offer. And that's how the war started. Well over a dozen murders have been committed between the Hells Angels and Mongols Motorcycle Club. One of the really gruesome murders a long time ago, the two Mongols were on their motorcycles with their girlfriends in the back, and a car with a couple Hells Angels pulled up with a automatic pistol, just sprayed them and killed both of them. The women survived, but one of them was paralyzed from the waist down. That happened down in Escondido. It's kind of close to San Diego. A lot of murders, a lot of brutality. This war between the Hells Angels and the Mongols Motorcycle Club, it looks like it's just going to be a never-ending thing. All because of the California bottom rocker. And too many murders, too many people have been stabbed, too many people beaten up, too many teeth knocked out, too many bones broken, blood spilled for that war to ever end. So let's try to go look inside at the bar where it all went down. All right, guys, this is the bar where the shooting took place between the Hells Angels and the Mongols. This is it right here. It's been somewhat redesigned, so it looks totally different than what was on the surveillance tape. But this is where it happens. This is where a lot of Hells Angels came for reinforcement, excuse me. I got a bad vibe from here. I'm feeling kind of weird. I don't know why. But the bar looks a lot smaller than I thought. Okay, so you'll see a surveillance camera up in front of you. That is the surveillance camera that captured the whole fight between the opposing clubs. It caught the whole bar. Caught everything. Okay guys, so I'm trying to film like non-discreetly because if security sees me, they're gonna kick me out. They're gonna tell me to not film. But this is the aisle right here. We're in the fight. You see the guy kicking the other dude, kicking the Mongol in the chest where it pretty much set off the fight. This is the aisle right here where it happened. I'm not trying to film too crazy, but you can kind of see it right here. So I am going through the very doors where the Hells Angels came in to pretty much assault the members of the Mongols Motorcycle Club. I was talking to the bartender inside that was actually working the night that it all went down, and he told me there was at least 300 Mongols inside drinking at the bar, just gambling, doing what have you. And this is very privy information that you will not hear, watch, or see online. But he told me that one of the police officers who worked for the Metropolitan Police Department had actually, get this guys, you're not gonna believe this, that he telephoned a member of the Mongols Motorcycle Club and told them that some Hells Angels were on their way from the Flamingo Hotel, which is now called the Aquarius. He telephoned the leader of the Mongols motorcycle club, and said, hey, the Hells Angels are on their way to basically have a fight with you guys. So the Mongols were somewhat prepared when the Hells Angels came in. They were almost waiting for them, if you will. And in the end of the day, online, the information online is very suspect at best. One source says 2 Mongols died in the Hells Angels. One other source says 2 angels and a Mongol died. But that gentleman told me that just a couple hours prior to this happening, he told me off the I-40 that a member of the Hells Angels motorcycle club was shot and killed that same very night. So was this retribution? Was this a revenge thing? I mean, who knows? But the war between the Mongols and Hells Angels, it seems to me like it'll never end. It'll never rest. There will always be blood spilled. There will always be violence. And it's amazing to me. All for a color, but you know what I mean? It's near and dear to their heart. You know, they'll live and die by that. And to conclude the video, I got a really funny, well, not funny, just kind of odd how things ended with that whole situation. At the end of the day, nobody really did any kind of major time in prison. Nobody was charged with murder. I think the most serious thing that anybody was charged with was a felon in possession of a handgun. So nobody did any serious time, even though 3 people died. And that was it. Everything was cleaned up. The bartender right here told me that ever since that happened, the motorcycle rally, the river run, whatever you want to call it, it's never been the same. Nobody comes down here anymore. No clubs come by. He said it went from like kind of like a cool thing like Sturgis to like some lame happening where a bunch of weekend warrior pussy farts just come and, you know, think they're cool or think they're a badass. He told me that the one last year, he said it was so dead he didn't even work that night, because you know, when you had the river run, it'd be a lot of people. I mean, he said there used to be like 80 to 100,000 people would come from everywhere, come to Laughlin. He said last year, he said he doesn't even think it was 15,000 people that came. 15,000. That is amazing. So it all happened here. I feel that the video, it wasn't very informative, but he told me some other things that I'm just not going to repeat on here. But very interesting conversation, to say the least, that I had with him. I wish I could have interviewed him, but of course I wouldn't have bothered. All right, guys, that's about it. I'm coming here live, but not live. I am in Laughlin, Nevada. I got to get going. This is Black Bigot. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I wish I could have done a better job, but it's just not my thing. All right, guys, I'll catch up with you later. Peace out.